One of my favourite aspects of squash is doubles. Now, doubles exhibition matches are absolutely fantastic. They're so funny. So if you ever get a chance to see some professionals play some doubles exhibition matches, you have to go. It's like the funniest thing. But actually playing doubles is fantastic, I have to tell you. Now, I've never played on specifically a doubles court. I've only ever played double squash on a singles court. And if you play it, you have to play with people who are generally pretty good in the sense that they have good court awareness, they have good opponent awareness, and they don't have the hugest swings that you could ever imagine. And there was a time when I was working in London, and a gentleman called Abbas Kaoud, who used to represent Egypt and played in British Opens and all sorts of things. He got to world number 19. He was the coach at a place called Western Avenue. I think I did a little bit of coaching there as well, but he was the main coach. And he called me one day and said, "Philip, I need somebody to come along and play some doubles with me." And I said, "All right, yeah, okay, I'm free, I'll come along." So I played with his son, who I'd coached in regional squads, and then he played with somebody else. And we played once a week for about 6 months, and honestly, I can tell you that I never had so much fun as when I was on court there. It was so fun. So much fun. I'm losing my words because I can't express it. So the question in this week is, have you ever played doubles on a singles court or even on a doubles court? If not, and you think that you're sensible about it in the sense that you know where people are, you don't have a huge swing, you're prepared to stop sometimes, you've got to play it, because honestly, I can't tell you how much fun I had playing with it. And it's obviously less physically demanding than a singles game. It's less physically demanding than 2 against 1, which I'll talk about in a moment, if you're the one anyway. You really should. So I'm asking, who has played doubles? Because it's a completely different game. Very few cross courts, maybe some cross court lobs, mostly straight. You can play a few trickle boasts. You can play a few, working boasts. It is a great game. You really should play it. Now, 2 against 1, if you don't know, is the idea that you've got one player and they play against 2. Now, I mentioned that it's not as hard if you're the one, but of course it's actually just as hard as if you were playing singles. Now, I've played a fair amount of 2 against 1 against Jahangir Khan with my friends, and I've never won a game against him, and I never will, I never would. But it's great practice. So if there's a few of you, and again, you've got a fairly good level, and you're completely aware of where the court is and where your opponent is, I could highly recommend doing that. If one of you is much better than the other two, then the one obviously is the one who's better. Now, what generally happens is you play side to sides. So, I'll play right hand side, you'll play left hand side, or vice versa. You can play front and back, and actually sometimes I've had more success doing it that way, but it's generally not very good because you end up getting caught. But if you play left and right, you can have a lot of fun. So there are more games than just solo. 2s, you can play 2 against 1, and you can even play doubles, and that's it. So that's the question. I'm sorry to go on and on. Have you played doubles? If not, why not? If you have, how much fun did you have? Because honestly, it's a lot of fun. But you have to be careful. You have to be sensible. But there's the question. It's a really short one. Go and play some doubles. It's so much fun. This video is part of the Let's Talk series. You can see the introduction linked in the text description. On the screen at the moment is a subscription button. If you think my content is interesting, please consider subscribing. There's also a list of the other Let's Talk videos and another video that YouTube thinks is a really good fit for you based on what you've been watching. And remember, do something every single day to improve your squash. See ya.